Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 5 French artillery, the AMX-13AM. I don't often play artillery, but I was talking in TeamSpeak with an old mate of mine, and as we were chatting I saw this thing was on special, so I thought I'd take it out for a run. We're on cliffs and we're spawned in the north side, and now I'm just trying to avoid the traffic jam which always seems to happen around me at the start of a match, and find a place where I can start firing away at the enemy tanks. Now it's a tier 6 match, we're in a tier 5 arty, so we can damage pretty much anyone who we shoot at. And this little artillery, it's similar to the little Bertie artillery, the tier 6 British. It's a pretty quick firing and you can pull off some lucky shots. So I'm aiming at that group of enemy tanks over there, and they all seem to be going the same spot, so I'm just aiming in that general direction. They disappear, but I get my first kill with my first shot. You can't complain about that. I think this isn't too bad for a little French tank. My win rate, I must say, my win rate in this tank is abysmal. It's about 20%, but I've only played a handful of games in it. And I only sort of play artillery when they've got one of those specials on. Take another shot here at that little PZ-48, tier 5 German medium, and take him away. Got to be happy with that. 2 shots, 2 kills. Now I'm having a look at that KV-1, which is a pretty dangerous tank at any tier. That looks like a miss. And I'm looking around at where all those tanks were last spotted. Now, as I said, I don't really play artillery much, but I seem to do okay in this game. That's a really great spot for that Chaffee to be. He's going to spot heaps of tanks where he is, so that deserves to be blown up. But that was a miss. And of course, it takes a fair while for the shell to land, so if the tanks that you're shooting at move, then that's just what happens. But that lightly armoured Hellcat is the next one in my sights. We can't see him, but we take a blind shot anyway, and we get him. So 3 kills, 2 of them we didn't even see the tank. You've got to be happy with that. I'm surprised no one's accused me of cheating yet, but now we're looking into the western side of the map where quite a few of the enemy tanks are gone. We're comfortably winning 3-1, but as we know, that can change at any time, especially in tier 5 when so many tanks are carrying not so many hit points. That looked like a miss. There's a KV-1S on low health, and the T-67's been taken out by the French tank destroyer, who's in a bit of a trouble. That KV-1S can really take that S-35 out, and he does, even though I did take a little bit of health off him. Now we've got the American medium tier 6 tank, the M4E2, as well as the KV-1S that I'm aiming at. And there's another kill when he wasn't spotted. Well, he was spotted, but he disappeared. We track that M4, but he takes out our ARL. Well, the KV-2 takes out our ARL. So I'm just sitting back here enjoying the high rate of fire, very high rate of fire for an artillery. I don't want to take a cheeky shot here, but I do. And the Easy 8 finishes him off. They're absolutely smashing them now at 7-3, and that M6 on the eastern flank gets killed, as well as that Chaffee that was hiding earlier. Now the KV-1's tracked, so I'm going to take another cheeky shot. And that takes him down to a 1 shot for just about any other tank on our side. And someone else has killed him. Now looking at the German tank destroyer, the PZ, that's the toaster tank, and there's a Stug who's safe from me behind that building, so I'm going to try and shoot at that toaster tank. He's coming around here, he's retreating, he's also behind a building. Bit of a miss. But we're comfortably winning, and now I'm just waiting for some more opportunistic shots. The damage counter says I've done 451 damage, but bear in mind that only counts the damage that you saw happen. There was those 3 kills where the tank wasn't spotted at the moment they died, so that's not going to count in our damage counter at the end of the match. 11-3, so now it's just a case of mopping up, finding the enemy artilleries, the KV-2 and that Su-85B, which the British artillery's been spotted in the middle. Su-85B's camping back at base. So I'm just waiting to aim. This hasn't got a bad aim time, but sometimes it's not quite quick enough when you're firing from a long distance. But now I'm just going to chip away at that KV-2. He's not spotted, but we know where he is. He's hiding behind that rock. Looks like that shot went in, but again we didn't see it, and I'm just waiting for my teammates to push forward, light him up so we can do a little bit more damage. We still can't see him, but we know he's hugged against that rock, so we may as well throw a few more shots in. It's going to be a few seconds before he gets lit. Looking on the map where our teammates are, we just want to try and get the most damage we can in this game. As I said, this French artillery line is on special. If you're on the Southeast Asian server, it's on special for about another week. So that's the main reason I've made this video. Got a good shot on that KV-2 now, and the thing with KV-2, they do bounce a lot of damage, but they are vulnerable to artillery because the top of the back of their tank is very, very lightly armoured. The front and sides can bounce a lot of shots from just about anyone, and I'm not going to be able to get the last kill of the match. The Easy 8 does it for me. As we look at the post-game battle results, you can see I've got the Mastery Badge for doing all that damage, Bruiser and Fighter for killing 4 or 5 enemy vehicles, as well as the High Caliber Medal for causing at least 20% of the total hit points of the enemy side. You can see I damaged 8 different tanks and killed 4 of them. Looking at the team list, Bruiser, Fighter and High Caliber Medal, 4 kills, 1665 damage. You wouldn't have seen all of that damage on the battle counter mod that I've got on the Aslane's mod pack. That's because 3 of the kills and some of the damage was done while the tanks weren't spotted. But fired 16 shots, 11 hit and they all penetrated. Detailed report says that I've made 37,500 profit for that game, which is a pretty healthy profit for a tier 5 non-premium tank. So if you're interested in the French artillery line, they're on special for another week on the Southeast Asian server. That's the main reason I took it out while I was talking shit with my old mate, and I hope you've enjoyed this replay. If you like French artillery, now's the time to grind it because it is on special and do get bonuses on your XPs and credits. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.